Oh no!
He broke the car?
Get out, get out, get out, get out.
African safari expeditions can be a fun family experience. But what happens when these adventures turn into life-threatening encounters? From heart-stopping elephant charges to starving lions looking for a meal, here are 30 unbelievable moments when African safaris went horribly wrong. In the heart of Mgahinga National Park, a group of explorers set out to witness the incredible wildlife of Uganda. Their goal? To observe a family of gorillas in their natural habitat. The explorers move quietly through the forest, cameras ready. They soon stumble upon a family of gorillas, including 3 massive silverbacks, the dominant males of the group. The gorillas are relaxing, munching on leaves, and enjoying the serene jungle. But then something unexpected happened. One of the silverbacks suddenly stood up and began to tap its chest aggressively. The explorers were taken aback by the gorilla's sudden show of power. Realizing the gorilla was not happy with their presence, they wisely stepped back, giving the gorillas space. In this shocking video from a safari park, a rhino causes chaos by attacking a vehicle. A video from a witness shows a car stopped at a safari park. Suddenly, a rhino walks up to the car. The rhino uses its horn and head to push against the vehicle. Concerned people nearby try to help. Despite their efforts, the rhino continues to push the car forward. A family is having a great time exploring the safari, surrounded by the beauty of nature and amazing animals. The child is excited to see the animals up close and holds food, hoping to feed them. But suddenly, 2 big bison appear and begin to approach the vehicle. The family is surprised and curious. The child reaches out to feed one of the bison. The bison lowers its head and tries to grab the food, pushing its head inside the car. But suddenly, the bison panics and forcefully pulls its head out, causing damage to the car. The family is shocked and worried. Deep in the heart of the safari, a group of tourists sets out to explore the untamed wilderness. As they travel through the savannah, they encounter a herd of elephants blocking their path. Suddenly, one agitated elephant charges their vehicle with powerful tusks. With hearts racing, the tourists swiftly exit their vehicle, seeking safety as the elephant asserts its dominance. A family is enjoying a wonderful day on safari, surrounded by the beauty of nature and incredible animals.
Feed the G-Rat. Wesley, you idiot.
They decide to have a picnic inside their safari vehicle, enjoying their meal while watching the animals. But suddenly, a tall giraffe appears and starts to come closer to their vehicle. The family is surprised, but also excited. The giraffe lowers its head and tries to reach the food inside. The family laughs and shouts in surprise as the giraffe's head comes closer. While everyone is focusing on the giraffe, A zebra appears on the other side of the vehicle. It tries to poke its head inside, opening its mouth wide. During a vacation in Ethiopia, Africa, a group of tourists is enjoying the beauty of nature outside their room. One of the tourists decides to feed a baboon by throwing a piece of bread. The baboon slowly approaches, curious and cautious. But then the man accidentally throws the bread directly at the baboon, hitting it. The baboon gets angry and starts to move aggressively. The baboon shows its teeth and lunges toward the man. Scared, the man starts shouting. The loud shout startles the baboon, making it stop. A group of tourists are exploring the safari, riding in a sturdy safari vehicle. They are having a great time, marveling at the incredible wildlife around them. But suddenly an unexpected visitor appears. A rhino, huge and powerful, emerges from the bush. It looks angry and begins to charge toward the vehicle. The driver tries to speed up, but the rhino is fast. Again and again the rhino hits the vehicle, determined to chase it away. The driver finally manages to find a clear path and speeds away, leaving the rhino behind. A man named Curtis Palm is leading a safari in Kruger National Park when he and his group spots a leopard in the bush.
Jaws around Curtis's right arm and refuses to release its grip. To free himself from the leopard's jaws, Curtis takes a...
They watch the leopard but soon lose sight of it. Suddenly, the leopard reappears and clamps its jaws around Curtis's right arm. The leopard refuses to release its grip. To free himself, Curtis takes evasive action, calling for help. Another guide drives a vehicle over, trying to help Curtis. Shortly after the incident, park officials confirmed that the leopard was euthanized. Curtis was taken to the hospital. On a safari adventure, a group of tourists stops in the middle of the road when they spot a group of lions resting by the roadside. A lioness approaches a male lion and another lioness resting under a tree. The tourists watch intently as the lioness sniffs at the male lion. Suddenly, the male lion reacts aggressively, startling both lionesses. The tourists gasp as the scene unfolds right before their eyes. The male lion's temper flares, and the two lionesses quickly move away, trying to avoid further conflict. In this intense scene, a man is relaxing inside a private camp when he witnesses a dramatic encounter between two hippos. Out of nowhere, two hippos come into view. One hippo tries to run away, but the other hippo chases after it. The two hippos face each other, mouths wide open, and collide aggressively. The clash is powerful and intense. The fight continues, both hippos with their mouths wide open, showing their massive teeth. The aggression is clear as they battle each other. The man watches in awe and a bit of fear as the hippos continue their fierce fight inside his camp. In this shocking dashcam video from South Africa, we see a terrifying moment when an elephant charges at a truck. Norman Nukiri, a fuel supply driver, is on his way to a client. He stops his truck to let a group of elephants cross the road. As the elephants pass, one of them suddenly turns and comes directly towards the truck. It leaves the road, but quickly returns and charges at the vehicle. The elephant makes contact with the truck, crumpling the hood. Despite the frightening collision, Norman Nukiri is stunned but unharmed. On a thrilling safari adventure, a group of tourists spots a hippo by the side of the road. Excited, they stop their vehicle and watch and take video of the massive animal. At first, the hippo seems calm and the tourists enjoy filming it. But suddenly, the hippo charges towards their vehicle, causing a wave of panic. In a hurry, the tourists speed up their vehicle, trying to escape the charging hippo. The hippo chases them, adding to the excitement and fear of the moment. Luckily, the tourists manage to outrun the hippo and safely get away. They breathe a sigh of relief, their safari adventure now filled with an unforgettable and heart-pounding story. On a safari in Africa, a group of tourists is having an unexpected adventure. As they ride in their vehicle, they notice a giraffe chasing after them. The tourists speed up, trying to stay ahead of the tall, fast giraffe. Despite the thrilling chase, they can't stop laughing as the giraffe continues to run after their vehicle. The giraffe tries to catch up, its long legs moving quickly. The tourists find the whole situation hilarious and keep laughing as they watch the giraffe's antics. In this daring scene, a man enters an enclosure with an ostrich and decides to grab the bird's head with his hands. He carefully holds the ostrich's head and starts walking slowly towards the exit. As he approaches the fence, another man is waiting outside to assist. Once the first man reaches the fence, the second man grabs the ostrich's head from outside. The first man then jumps over the fence, making a quick and safe escape. The plan is a success, and both men are unharmed. The ostrich is safely managed, showcasing a tense yet effective rescue. In this dramatic scene, a keeper approaches an African crane to collect its eggs for incubation. The crane, feeling threatened, makes loud sounds as the keeper gets closer. Suddenly, the crane spreads its wings and flies directly at the keeper, attacking with surprising aggression. Despite the aggressive attack, the keeper remains focused and carefully moves to the eggs. After a tense few moments, the keeper successfully retrieves the eggs and moves away from the crane. A man named Robert Hoffmeyer and his brother-in-law Andy were camping. Early one morning, while getting ready for the day, Robert spotted a young male lion through his head torch. From inside, they film the lion exploring their tent. The lion drags out Andy's pillow, plays with it, and even chews on Robert's camping chair.
And moved off into the darkness.
To stop the lion from going back into the tent, they move their car right up to the tent entrance. The lion eventually gets bored and wanders off into the bushes. In this dramatic video, a cheetah is seen being walked by its caretaker on a leash. Everything seems calm as they stroll together. Suddenly, without warning, the cheetah grabs the back of the caretaker. The situation turns tense as the caretaker struggles and other people rush in to help. Despite the aggressive behavior of the cheetah, the caretaker remains surprisingly calm, working to manage the situation. With the help of others, the cheetah eventually calms down and the caretaker is safe. The video captures both the power of wild animals and the importance of handling them carefully. A group of buffaloes is trapped in thick mud on a safari. Rangers quickly arrive to help free the animals. After a tough struggle, the buffalo managed to get out of the mud. Before leaving, the buffalo suddenly attacked the rescue vehicle. After their dramatic exit, the buffaloes disappear into the distance. The rangers and onlookers are left amazed by the powerful and intense rescue. During a safari, a group of tourists is startled when a monkey climbs onto their vehicle after being filmed in a tree, causing a surprising and memorable moment. A group of tourists is driving through a safari when they spot a monkey perched on top of a tree. Excited, they decide to stop and get a closer look. One of the tourists approaches the tree and starts filming the monkey. Just as they're capturing the moment, the monkey suddenly climbs down from the tree. The monkey then jumps onto the tourist's vehicle, causing a surprised scream from the tourists. Startled by the scream, the monkey quickly jumps off the vehicle. On a South African safari, a honey badger, newly released by Moholoholo, suddenly attacks a cameraman. On a wildlife conservation safari tour in South Africa, a honey badger is being released by the Moholoholo Wildlife Rehabilitation Center. As the honey badger is set free, it immediately heads towards the cameraman who is filming the release. The honey badger, known for its fierce and bold nature, attacks the cameraman, causing a chaotic and unexpected moment. During a safari, a tourist's vehicle encounters a charging elephant that suddenly stops and calmly moves aside, creating a thrilling yet safe experience. A tourist is riding through a safari when they suddenly spot an elephant charging straight toward their vehicle. The driver quickly stops and everyone inside watches with bated breath as the massive elephant gets closer. The elephant continues to charge, creating a tense moment for the tourists. Just as it nears the vehicle, it unexpectedly stops and begins to move backward. The giant animal then calmly steps to the side of the road. On their safari adventure, a couple encounters a curious ostrich that tries to enter their car and even attacks its own reflection in the side mirror.
So if I didn't have this glass here, he would try to eat my hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes, he would. I'm gonna say he would absolutely.
A couple is driving through a safari, enjoying the sights and sounds of the wild. Suddenly, they spot an ostrich by the side of the road and decide to stop and take video. The ostrich, curious about the car, opens its beak and tries to poke its head inside. Thankfully, the window glass prevents it from getting in.
Okay. tire. You're gonna have to pay for that. $12, but you don't have that much.
The ostrich pecks at the car's side mirror, determined to confront the other ostrich. The couple continues to film, amazed by the bird's behavior. They laugh as they watch the ostrich's antics. Thinking it's another ostrich, the bird tries to attack its own reflection. In this thrilling safari adventure, tourists encounter a massive elephant blocking their path and experience a heart-pounding close encounter.
Okay, give him his space. You can see this guy.
A group of tourists drives through a safari, excited to see the wildlife. Suddenly, they come across a massive elephant blocking their path. The tourists quickly take out their cameras and start recording the impressive sight of the elephant standing in the road. Unexpectedly, the elephant begins to approach their car, getting closer and closer. The elephant nudges their vehicle, causing a moment of panic. The tourists decide it's best to move forward to avoid any more contact with the huge animal. In this thrilling safari adventure, tourists encounter a group of rhinos blocking the road, causing traffic to stop. A group of tourists is driving through a safari when they come across a group of rhinos blocking both sides of the road. Traffic comes to a halt as the massive animals stand their ground. The tourists are amazed and start taking videos of the incredible sight. After a few moments, they begin to move to the side, allowing the vehicles to pass. A tourist vehicle is driving through a safari when they see an elephant blocking the road. The driver decides to stop, and the tourists watch the massive animal in awe. The elephant approaches their vehicle. The tourists remain calm, knowing it's important not to startle the animal. Suddenly, the elephant tries to lift their vehicle with its tusks. The tourists stay calm, trusting the situation will pass. After a few tense moments, the elephant stops, looks around, then calmly walks away, leaving the tourists in awe of their close encounter. A family drives through a safari, excited to see the animals. Suddenly, they spot an ostrich by the side of the road and decide to stop for a closer look. The family takes out their camera to capture the moment. The ostrich curiously stares back at them, making for an unforgettable sight. As they film, one family member starts to scream in surprise while others burst into laughter, enjoying the funny and unexpected encounter with the ostrich. The ostrich continues to stare at them, adding to the unique experience. The family shares smiles and laughter, treasuring the moment. A group of tourists was enjoying their thrilling safari adventure, marveling at the wildlife around them. Suddenly, a group of cheetahs jumped onto the top of their vehicle, creating an unexpected and exciting moment. The tourists stayed very still to avoid frightening the cheetahs, who curiously explored the top of the vehicle, even touching the heads of the tourists. Despite the close encounter, the cheetahs remained calm and showed no aggression, leaving the tourists in awe of the incredible experience. A family drives through an African lion safari, excited to see the wildlife. As they travel along the road, they spot a group of monkeys on the side.
Whoa,
Curious, the family stops their van to get a better look at the playful monkeys. They watch in awe, enjoying the unexpected encounter. Suddenly, one of the monkeys jumps onto the hood of the van, catching everyone by surprise.
Oh, he's eating some bugs and seeds off the van. Rob?
The monkey tugs and pulls, curiously examining the wipers, providing plenty of entertainment for the family inside the van. After a few moments, the monkey decides it's had enough and jumps off the hood and returns to its group on the side of the road. A group of tourists embarked on an adventure, hoping to capture the beauty of wildlife. Little did they know they were about to come face to face with an enraged giraffe. A massive giraffe with its ears pinned back and eyes fixed on the vehicle, trying to advance toward them. What started as curiosity quickly escalated into a heart-stopping moment as the giraffe picked up speed. As the giraffe closed in, it strategically positioned itself in front of the Jeep, effectively blocking their path. The tourists were trapped, with no choice but to wait for the giraffe to retreat. A group of tourists embarks on an adventure, exploring the dense jungle, eager to discover its secrets and wonders. The tourists walk cautiously, taking in the sights and sounds of the lush environment around them. Suddenly, a rustling noise catches their attention. They turn to see a massive gorilla emerging from the foliage. The gorilla moves closer, passing the tourists at an incredibly close distance. Instinctively, the tourists freeze, knowing that any sudden movement might provoke the gorilla. The gorilla remains calm, showing no signs of aggression. It walks past them, continuing on its way through the jungle.